Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I was going to do some, I guess you could call it market research and looking on eBay for solds in different brands or categories that I see often at the thrift store that I maybe don't know a lot about. I like to do this quite frequently so that when I go to the thrift store, I have the knowledge prior to, so I'm not spending the whole time, oh, here's a brand, do I know it? And then I have to go off to the side, pull my phone out, look at sold comps, look at sell-through rates. I'd like to have the knowledge beforehand so when I'm going through the racks, it's easy for me to just remember the brand as opposed to having to pull my phone out. So if that's something you're interested in, you can keep watching and I will flip you around and we'll take a look on eBay. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go with a brand that I do see quite often at the thrift store, and that is Maurice's. So I am going to filter this down to, on the side here, solds. And then I'm also going to put in a minimum of 35. So this is a brand that I see quite often. So I'm just going to kind of take a look and see what is selling. Am I missing anything at the thrift store? Normally when I see Maurice's, I just pass right by it unless it's like plus size new with tags. Maybe, I don't know that there's much money, but now that I'm going to actually be doing research into what is actually selling, not just what I think is selling, this might change my mindset. And then it also will help me when I'm at the thrift store and I see something that I'm seeing here, maybe, that's sold a few times, that it might be worthwhile into looking into. So obviously vintage, this is Bill Blass for Maurice. This isn't even Maurice's. So we've seen two now. Long jean skirts, one sold for $40, one sold for $43 plus shipping. So it's looking like this is kind of like a vintagey. That's Maurice's. Is that really? Let's look at this one. Oh yeah, that's old. That's old Maurice's. So, okay, jacket like that. Looks like a long dress, new with tags, size medium. That's interesting. These smaller dresses, shorter dresses. That one went on an offer. Another plus size blazer. That's North Crest, so that's not even what we're looking for. This is very Y2K with the vest and the matching pants. Another long maxi skirt. Another one. So definitely something to keep in mind. I do know that the long denim skirts are definitely trendy right now. And that's including with Maurice's. I wonder how this went with free shipping. And they had 4 pairs of jeans and I'm not sure how many things there. They paid probably quite a bit for that. Nuatag plus size pants. Plus size. So definitely plus size seems to be what we're looking for. That's Johnny Was, not what we need. Another jacket. T-shirt lot of 11 items, all new with tags, $41. I don't know that I would go that route. Unless I found them at the bins or something and they were all the same size. Here's another lot of 7 sweater short sleeve blouse, some new with tags for $50. 2 pairs of jeans, free shipping on that one too. Let's see. Jeggings, that's interesting. And they're colored. I did hear somewhere that potentially, kind of what year was that? Probably like 2013-ish, 2011 to 13 probably, when the skinny jeans that were all kind of a color might be making a comeback. So I don't know. That's interesting. A longer shirt jacket. I live in Wisconsin. This is very common that you see shackets for the fall. This is just one. Oh, it's a duster, so it's longer and it's new with tags, plus size, another jean skirt. I'm gonna have to definitely look for that because I feel like I've probably seen Maurice's jean long skirts. So another pair of plus size jeans, plus size top. Halloween, I like that. Okay, so definitely what I'm coming away from this is plus size, which I knew. New with tags helps. It seems to be people are looking for multiples, a lot of items. Here's shorts and also outerwear and the long denim skirts. Okay, so another brand that I see quite frequently. I don't know if there's any money in it. I'm sure there are some caveats because there always does seem to be. And that is Christopher and Banks. Okay, so we're still in the solds, and I believe it kept my 35. So another denim skirt that's long. I don't know what's going on here unless it's like multiple sizes for one pair of pants or three different pairs of pants. Okay, faux leather jacket. That's interesting. Just one sweater, Christmas sweater for $37.99. New with tags, plus size, velour coat. Um, these are vintage overalls. A denim jacket that looks to be like floral. So yeah, this is definitely kind of opening my eyes. I've always seen this. I always see this brand, and I see sweaters, outerwear, pants, and I never really think too much of it because I don't know, I feel like it's probably oversaturated a little bit, but this is kind of opening my eyes to definitely the outerwear seems to be selling for decent money. And kind of these quirky sweaters. So yeah, jackets, jeans, that surprises me. A long jean dress. A lot of items. The puffer vests for $60, three of them. And I don't believe they're new. Cardigan. So this is definitely something I'm going to another jean denim lot here or skirt. Keep my eye on what I'm looking at when I'm at the thrift store when it comes to this brand, Christopher and Banks. So another thing I want to take a look at, I've noticed my Goodwill, they always kind of have outerwear out, and I normally try and really look through it in the spring and summer because normally other people are not looking at that. So I'm just gonna put in snow pants or maybe like adult, and we'll see. I'm guessing it's all gonna be like Burton, North Face, which we see here, just because in Columbia. Eddie Bauer vintage goose down for $74.99. That kind of surprises me too. Vans, well, they're 2023, so I guess they're new. Normally, Vans don't go for very much, that brand. So obviously, Burton, Columbia, Polaris leather ones. I don't know if I've ever seen leather snow pants. Cabela's. That's what I think I'm going to put in there next is hunting. I don't know if depending on where you are in the country, hunting is fairly popular here. And our thrift stores put out just like racks of hunting. I don't normally look at it. I'm not a hunter. It wasn't huge in my family, so I don't know any brands that are sought after. I mean, I know like Real Tree, but I don't think that that's very expensive. So let's do that. We're going to put in, I don't know if we should put in hunting or camo. Let's just see. Hunting outerwear. Let's see what that says. Okay, so Carhartt. I don't want kids. Adult hunting. Okay, so Carhartt, Arc'teryx, I think it is. Woolrich, vintage Carhartt. Okay, so Filson, Seattle bird hunting. So I'm going to take a look and see what that tag looks like. They seem to be new with tags. So Filson garment. Okay, so that's something to remember. Vintage Carhartt, obviously. I'm going to put the word camo in because that's, or orange. We'll try both. Camo. Let's see, youth. Columbia, Predator. Okay, let's take a look at this. No picture of the actual tag. There we go. Okay, so Predator camo. Okay. So that's one to keep in mind. Never heard of this. I'm not even sure. That's youth. It's an actual crossbow. Max Prairie. An offer was accepted. Real Tree. That is different. Whitewater Outdoors. I mean, still almost $40 for this. Let's see. Whitewater Outdoors. Okay. And they had two of them, and now they're out of stock. So Columbia, Under Armour, frog skin. Okay. Must not be a tag. That must be the emblem. Game Guard. Game Guard Outdoors. This is pre-owned and it sold for, I'm not sure what the offer was, but it was listed for $58.88. Cabela's. Levi's. That's interesting. Okay, so we're still, let's see. Let's put in orange instead of camo. Blaze orange. Filson fleece. I wonder if that is the same as that other Filson that we looked at. Yes. Okay, some more Filson, Columbia, Filson. Okay, so Filson seems to be pretty decent for these. Cabela's, $107. Sitka Stratus Vest. Interesting. This is $209 for, what is this? Just a fleece vest. It looks like it is that Gore-Tex. It's pre-owned. Let's just see. Go back here. Okay, so there are currently 11 available in the same, I bet you it's from the same person. So 11 available, and see how many are sold. 8. So almost 100% sell through. And the ones that are selling are 145, 239. So all of them over $100. So definitely that is something to look for if you are looking at your hunting type of stuff. Sitka. Orvis. Cabela's. Okay. So we'll just look at one more, and we'll do adult snow boots. Still unsold. So Timberland, that's not surprising. It's like a fashion boot. I don't know about that. This looks like another fashion type boot, I think, unless it's from China. So these are vintage 80s boots. More of these. Botas? I've never heard of that before. Columbia, that makes sense. Fashion. Merrell's. A lot of these seem to be like something you probably wouldn't want to wear in actual snow, like these fashion boots. Uggs. More of these botas de vestir par. That's all in Spanish, but they're from China. I don't know what's going on with those. If anybody knows in the comments, please let me know. Original muck boots. More of the muck boots. Uggs. So yeah, here's some brands, to look for. Obviously, the ones I said, I think most people already know. My thrift stores, they sometimes have boots out year long, but you could definitely tell within the last month or so, they probably were stockpiling them because they seem to be putting them out fairly quickly. Sorels, only $39. They put that on for an auction. I don't know that I would do that for a pair of boots. Same with these. A bunch of them were on auction. That's different. Burberry. I just want to look at one more thing that I see quite often at the thrift store, and I don't really look into it much. Okay, so obviously Fendi Bally. Let's see what this is. So it's got a B on it. And I guess down there, it'll have a little hardware with Bally, made in Italy. Okay. Because like I said before, this is something I like to do. I always want to keep learning so that when I'm in the thrift store, I can easily pick things out. It's not like I feel overwhelmed by just a bunch of stuff that I have no clue what I'm looking at. This way, you're doing the work on the backhand so that you have some knowledge. So when you go, you can feel a little bit more comfortable finding these things. I mean, obviously, a lot of these are pretty high quality ones. Here's another Bally Coach Scooby-Doo one. That's fun. Chanel, Saint Laurent. I mean, I don't know how much of those you're gonna find, but Loungefly, that's normally a good one to look for, especially in the small backpacks too. But at those, I would always take a look at comps because sometimes you can get them cheaper. New Prada, Louis Vuitton, just a little Coach wallet, Chrome Hearts. Maybe I know that brand. It's interesting. Almost $500 for a wallet. Tumi, that's another great bag brand to look for. Coach, Gucci, Vera Bradley. New tags for $60. Let me see this. It's just a wallet. I find that interesting. More Coach, more Tumi, Ted Baker. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is definitely something that I do quite frequently. And you can do it with any type of category. You could do plushes, you could do dinnerware, you could do, I mean, the sky's the limit because obviously you can pretty much buy and sell anything on eBay. And it may be just kind of the next time you go to the thrift store, take a look around and anywhere that you kind of have maybe some anxiety that you don't know much about it, or maybe you're not even interested in it, but there is money, that could be something that you could look into. I'm currently pushing myself to learn more hard goods. Clothes are very easy for me to come by at my thrift stores, but I think that there is really great money to be found in hard goods, especially like pots and pans. So that's something I'm really kind of trying to do a deep dive on here so that when I go, I'm not feeling intimidated. I don't feel like I'm, wasting space in the aisle because I'm looking through everything and then pulling my phone out so that I know what I'm looking for before I go. And that just definitely helps the whole process of me learning and then going and then being able to get out of there so I'm not in the thrift store also for, 6 hours. I enjoy making these videos. I think it's informative to get this information out there to show people how to look up sold comps on eBay, how to look at sell-through rates. It definitely is going to help you ultimately in your reselling business because you're actually looking at what is selling, not just maybe what you think is selling. You can watch as many what sold videos as you want on eBay or on YouTube, but that's not going to give you actual hard information of what is selling. And this is also another way that you can look at what is available to you in your current locations and be able to see what is selling within those different categories. Like I live in Wisconsin, so when I go to the thrift store, I'm not going to find Johnny Was. I think I've found it like twice. I'm not going to find that every time. I'm not going to find, Prada, Fendi. It's just not going to happen. So I can take a look at what I am seeing, brands that I'm seeing over and over and over, and then drill that information down to what is actually selling from that brand. And then when I go back to the thrift store, if I happen to find that, great, I can look, double check, look it up, and then purchase it and know that I made a good purchase. So if you find these videos interesting and informative, consider subscribing. I probably will put them out, every once in a while so that there's kind of a refresher on how to do this and maybe different brands or categories that I'm looking at. Thanks for hanging out.